Wait, let me take this off. My lights. I need to turn off the light. How are you? Yes. So basically, I don't know if you see, I put a nice description. I put the time that I have the interview with Diane Beck about soul signal mapping technique, and what else? What else? And then I put.
I'm going to put these in for sound. I hope that this is going to improve my sound.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Brilliant! Yeah.
Yes. Yes. You can hear me, right? Can you hear me?
I can hear feedback. There's loads of feedback.
What do you mean feedback? Like sound? Alexa. Can you hear me now?
This really bad feedback. No worries. Wow. No, we'll keep it. I can still hear major feedback. Can you hear me? No, it's when I do. I'm going to come out and read it. I don't know.
One. Let's see. Yeah. Okay.
That's better. I can't hear it now.
Okay. Are you doing it from the laptop?
No, I'm doing it from my phone. It's really strange. I mean, I know that both on and somebody's job, but all I can hear is major delay. I can hear myself back and loads of noise. I think we should probably play around with this when we go live.
Yeah. Well, I think the only way to test it is by doing it. We are live, but it's okay. It's okay. We are testing. This is the first time. It's the first time we're doing this, so we are learning how to use this. And so I don't know if it's the connection. So I
might be.
hear you perfectly.
Sorry, I can hear loads of feedback. If somebody's watching this now, if there are people watching this, can you hear the same feedback that I hear?
Yeah, can you hear well? Can you hear us speak well? Or what's the sound, guys? Eddie Ramirez. Yes. Pray for Savanagari mom. Yes, let's pray. Right here, we are live for the first time with Diane Beck. She's an expert in intuition, soul.
Can you guys hear the same sound issues that I'm hearing?
Yeah,
I can barely hear you.
Really?
Yeah.
So what about the connection? Did you check your Wi-Fi, or it's always the same? Should be fine. Fine. Talk for connection. See, the connection is bad. The lady in red, her connection is fine. Thank you for telling us. Yes, lady in red. Did you check something?
Yeah, it's not going to get any. This is as good as I can.
So You wanna try to log in from your laptop? You have to send yourself the
I
link.
I did, you know, but when I went to my restored audio,
She's on the phone. What did you say?
it won't let me share laptop.
Oh, it
Can
will.
you guys actually hear me? Is it just a bad connection?
Yes, but yes, we can hear.
Restart your audio. Okay.
How do you restart your audio? We're learning, guys. This is the first time we're using this platform to go live. She has to go out and come back in. Okay, but we did that already.
Can we try another way?
Yes. Is Shanna here? Shanna, did you manage to get in? I'm a mindset coach, and I go live on different platforms, and this is my second time here, and I'm trying to invite a friend and expert in. She does a lot of healing and intuitive realignment. She's amazing. She's in England. I'm in America, so we're trying to see how we can make it work. We are all about helping people and finding ways to help people at the core, at the soul level. That's what she does. I don't do that. I help people who are already healed at the core. Wait, so now I have to send her the message again, I guess. Copy link. I had to send her another link. And she did. So we were going to talk, and I was going to ask her questions, and how does she help people, and she was very nervous to do the live here. So I said, just do it. Just you have to face. I'm a mindset coach. I'm a motivational. Just do it. What's the worst that can happen? If you don't try, if you don't face your fears, if you don't get out of your comfort zone, you're never gonna grow. You're never gonna learn new things. And my glasses are crooked, but I think my nose is crooked, so can't fix. I could, but I don't want to go through surgery for that. So yes. What happened? What's going on to Savannah Gary's mom? Is that on TV? I don't watch TV, guys. I don't know what happened now. Oh, wait. I don't think she can join through the computer. Oh well, at least we tried, right? But why the sound? Oh, there she is. Soul signal mapping. Let's see. Wait, wait.
Is this working?
Yes.
No, I can still hear it. The feedback is so bad. I don't know what's going on YouTube. How does it sound from your side, Moni? Can you hear any?
Right now it sounds perfect.
You, gosh, I'm afraid, guys, I'm not going to be able to join this one. I've tried coming out and going back in. I've tried restarting my audio. All I'm getting is low feedback. I tried with different headphones. I can't hear you at all, Diane. Can we try it with your headphones differently? Have you got your audio set differently?
I don't have. This is just for beauty. I have.
I can't hear you. Have you got headphones you can put in and a different microphone so that it's not using the microphone off the phone?
Okay.
When I'm talking, guys, when the people that are watching, can you hear the feedback like I can hear it? Anybody? If you can put in the chat about the sound quality for you guys. Oh, hi. Have you got headphones in?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, that's perfect.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
wow. So we're all learning. So like we both have to have headphones in.
Man. I never, I was like, oh, what can I? All right, perfect. So you hear me fine.
Yeah, I can hear. I think I just did a little Google before, and it was like it needs your phone normally needs the microphone. So when you're kind of on a YouTube, you both need to be wearing different microphones rather
Ah,
than using the phone
oh
microphone.
wow,
There we
that's
go.
interesting. That's maybe that's why I didn't have anybody before because nobody heard, nobody,
I know
nobody
we don't
heard
normally go
me.
live together. Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
heard me. Ah, yeah. Well, let's talk. Let's talk.
Okay.
I mean, I
Yeah.
have it. I don't know what people see, but I think they see the description. I wrote actually um, something in the description, and I talked about what you do, and you basically have a way to connecting to the. I wrote, and it's probably correct me if I'm wrong. Connecting to the soul in a kind of rational way, like it's not so irrational, right? Am I?
Yeah, yeah, you're describing it perfectly. I mean, it's really difficult to use the word soul, and I've been really struggling with it myself. I was trying to think of different words that would describe it. So if I describe to you what actually happens and like how I discovered it, then you might be able to give me a description. Have you got music going on in the background?
No, that's my son playing piano.
That's it.
So
It's very
yeah,
good. I can hear him in the
and he's
background.
far away, so it's like it's in like three other rooms. It's funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not even.
We're so the soul signal mapping bit. What this is that you connect to. So our physical body is like works like a bit of an interface between like what my head thinks and like the communication that's going on from the physical body and this other intelligence behind it. So for example, if you had a pain money and you were one of my clients and what has happened in my group situations and how I found this and how I was working with this is I would start to use like physical symptoms, talk to the physical symptom in a layer of trance, And then typically that physical symptom, I could then move it or shift it or do something with it, but with purely me guiding it as a hypnotist or as a kind of like working. You looks like you're frozen. Oh, here she is. We're having so many technical issues.
Yes,
Oh, it's
YouTube. I think I'm going to try a little bit more, and that's it. But anyway, and so yes, so you were saying that if you have pain, you would talk to the pain.
Yeah, so in the beginning, so as a hypnotherapist, I would talk to the client and I would talk to their unconscious mind and I would talk to the pain. What happened is that I wanted to remove myself completely from telling their unconscious what to do. So this is like I've been working in this kind of for about 16 years now. And quite a few years ago, I started to hand it over to them. And what started to happen, especially when I went into the heart, so this also happens with other pains around the body, but specifically when I went into the heart. So let's say somebody had heartbreak and they would feel like a tightness in the chest. And so I would go into the heart. What started to happen was you get communication that is then the form, often in the form of a color. It can be in the form of a shape. So think like all the different ways that the physical body uses coding and frequency. So it's like sensory information, so colors, frequency. Some people like they can hear a sound with it. So that all of these different ways that the unconscious mind communicates. And so we were using all of that to communicate. What happened was I started to talk directly with the client there, telling them what to ask. And rather than as telling it what to do, we started to ask questions. And from these questions, over the years, I've honed them into a series that unlock and unravel the cause of that pain very, very, very quickly, but also can send the client on journey. And it can kind of map to completely different things and places. It can map to memory, of course, if we direct it as such. But the wisdom is extraordinary. So, the reason why I think this is interesting for me is in the past, an unconscious mind wouldn't come back with this kind of wisdom. But when we unlock and we ask, it's very difficult to explain this, but when you ask the signal permission and we go deeper and deeper into the conversation, the wisdom that comes back is profound. So clients
now,
can have
when you talk about, because I have John is asking unconscious or subconscious, because it's
okay,
subconscious. It's the same. It's a synonym.
It's that is there the same
Unconscious
thing?
is where like
I
almost like your
no,
unconscious is when you're like not, something happens to you and you're unconscious, like you're like, but I think it's the subconscious that we're talking about.
they're often interchangeably used to describe the same thing. And the reason why this is important, it's subconscious or unconscious, because I'm interested in empowering somebody, and I believe that the unconscious mind runs us. There's nothing sub about it. There's nothing less than about it. And the word sub usually means that something is less than or it's underneath. It's not. It's overtly running the whole show. And so really in terms of, if I'm going to choose terminology, I'm going to choose unconscious rather than sub. I'm just, that can be that specific. I mean, in my trainings, we were taught what I've just explained to you. We were taught why, with my particular teachers, like, we're not going to call it sub anything. We're going to call it the unconscious. I would say the unconscious mind is extremely interesting. I know I've been trained. However, I've also been trained to critically think and to not rely on what I was told, but to learn through what I find out and discover. And so the work that I've been doing has been in practice. It's empirical evidence from practicing with clients in front of me. And so what I've discovered is this seems to be a very similar wisdom that comes out of many different people that has the same kind of tone and the same kind of, or sounds like she's gone again. Don't know if you guys can still hear me. It keeps throwing Moni out of the room. I hope this is making. Trying to see some of the comments underneath. Doesn't unconscious mean sleep or fainted? It can, those kind of words can be used kind of interchangeably, because of course when you've not fainted, your unconscious, I'll put it this way, your unconscious mind is online 24/7. So even though our thinking mind goes into shock or goes out for the count or we're sleeping, your unconscious mind is still absolutely awake. It never sleeps. And it's running 30 million bits of information per second. Latest research, there's a guy called Dr. Bruce Lipton who wrote a book called The Biology of Belief. And in one of his lectures, a few years ago, he was talking about the fact that the autonomic nervous system and the unconscious mind is scanning up to 50 million bits of information per second. And our thinking mind can only kind of juggle about 5 to 9 chunks of information maximum. So as soon as we're required to consciously think of more than 5 to 9 things, we automatically go into trance, which is why driving requires us to think of more than 9 things. So we actually drive a car in a trance state. Trance doesn't equal sleep. Trance just means an altered state where the part of you which does the automatic pilot can switch on and go, okay, I've got this. Like when you just walk to your coffee machine, you just do it without thinking. Anything that we do without thinking is a trance state. Trance doesn't mean sleep. We're in trance with our eyes open all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, they say 95%, 90
Yeah.
to 95%, which means that, I mean, every
the
day
day,
we
yeah.
are like almost completely on autopilot. It's crazy.
And the habit is to become conscious. And to become, well, the good habit I would recommend is to practice aligning your the kind of the trio, the trinity of the conscious thinking mind and the unconscious mind and the part of you which is they call the higher self. So you've got this like incredible trinity. They've got another questions coming. Got it. Sure. Okay. Any questions at all about any of that? Because I know that is like a ton of information. And if you aren't familiar with it, I can totally appreciate why it can be a bit overwhelming or confusing.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot. But you are so spectacularly powerful. And even now, what's so amazing is that, and we are not taught this at school. There's certainly not the schools that the schools that I went to. We're not taught about the power that we have. We're not taught about the fact that we can heal our own body with our mind. The fact that we can talk to, and this is what I do and have worked out how to do in my processes, is talk to the unconscious in a completely different way, where the client learns how to use the body as an interface to unlock rapid healing and to actually gain wisdom on their life. And it tells them other stuff as well, which is quite extraordinary. And it's mind-blowing. It can be very moving.
It's fascinating. You have a question, John. What is the question that you have? It's fascinating. It's a fascinating, and yes, I mean, I see
People
more
are
and
fascinating.
more and more people studying this, and it's in the Trinity, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Oh man, we got the.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is seen. She's been kicked off the scene. So the Holy Spirit is another word for higher self, sacred self. Father is the unconscious mind, and the Son is the unconscious mind, or interchangeably. So it's the Trinity. They're very similar. And when you kind of see on those ancient paintings, and you see the kind of glow of the halo glow, that actually typically depicts those that have connected to the higher self, the sacred self. That is a whole other conversation. This kind of interaction you can have with your sensory information and your unconscious mind, or the soul, as I'm going to start talking about, which is why I think it's soul, whatever that is as well. Try having a conversation with AI about soul as well. That's very interesting. It literally has no concepts. It's constantly trying to get me back into science, and I was like trying to like talk to about it. But when you actually learn how to communicate with these signals, and they talk back to you, so you kind of wait, and I can teach you how to listen in a way which amps up your intuition. But the way of listening, emotionally listening with the physical body, you'll get all of the answers that you have to any question you have about yourself and your life. And more importantly, for my clients as well, their physical body or their emotional well-being. It has all the answers, and I don't need to say anything. I don't need to be Mrs. Wisdom here. I'm just the guide. You
Conduit.
have you have everything that you have everything at your disposal to heal, be guided, to find innate inner strength. Because when you're connecting to this wisdom, you get a ton of strength, Moni. You get very, very connected.
It's incredible. And so every one of your clients, and of course it depends on the client and how long they practice this specific exercises. Do you teach them certain exercises they can do at home, or it's just when they come to you you perform certain exercises?
Yeah, this idea that like how soon could it be before I could use this? I'm going to be really honest with you. When clients come to see me first time, I'm already doing this with them. And this is men, women, doesn't matter which job. I was working with a postman not so long ago. He was doing it in the first session. It doesn't matter what background you have, what job you have. You have access to your own physical body. The only determining factor is, are you able to receive information from yourself? And it looks like Moni again, she's having trouble with her. I'm just going to talk to you about this. Has anybody got any connection? Oh yeah, I'm just going to ask, has anybody got any questions for me whilst it looks like you keep coming in and out of connection there,
You
Moni.
have no idea what's going on here.
Oh my God.
No, it's never happened.
It's not believable.
It's like, I've never had this before with any other platform. So it's, but you live and learn. So that's what
We're
doing
learning,
this.
yeah.
Yes. And, but it's quite fascinating, this subject. And so you use mainly hypnotherapy when you start with hypnotherapy?
I started training in very different modalities many, many years ago. Then I trained as a hypnotherapist. So I started training in something called thought field therapy, which uses pressure points of the body to heal. And so I had to learn all these algorithms and different pressure points for different things. And it was extremely effective, but a very different way of healing. And I loved it very much. And it certainly saved my situation. And so I wanted to learn that. I also learned NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, and I did a lot of work on NLP, and that integrates hypnosis. Then I trained as a master hypnotist with all the trainings after that, and neuroscience, havening, like all of these. I just became fascinated and wanted to learn as much as I could. This particular technique is one I've developed. It's not because I know if I went to other hypnotists, they have not been using this, because I've developed this, and I developed this when I went through a breakup which was horrific, and I was on the floor. I was literally completely floored by the pain of it. Like the whole thing was pretty horrendous, and I'd only just moved into this house. We were supposed to move in together, and 2 weeks before I was about to move in, he ran. He kind of ditched the situation, rightly or wrongly, whatever. It doesn't matter now, but it was like he was like, I can't do this. And then I found myself like with nowhere to live, and I had to find somewhere to live, and my world was upside down. Only when I got into that cottage, this place that I rented in the UK, I could then grieve. And I had months of grief with this person that I thought was my soulmate, and it was a massive, massive loss. But it was amazing. Retrospectively, it was amazing. Thank goodness. I mean, she's coming in and out of the connection here, but I'll carry on for you guys. So what happened was I was really massively in need. I felt really alone, really disconnected from myself, from any kind of sense of safety. I felt really alone. All of the negative beliefs you could have about yourself, I was carrying quite a few heavy ones. And nothing was working. None of my hypnosis was working. None of the NLP was working, the havening, the neuroscience. Because it was deeper, it felt like it was more spiritual. It felt like I'd created some kind of energetic connection on such profound levels to the idea, the situation, the future I was now not going to live. That had disappeared, and it felt like I was at a cliff edge. It was like, what is my life going to be now without the future? And I couldn't think about the past. So I was like sandwiched in this horrible place where I couldn't think about the future, and the past was full of trauma. And so I was just sinking into this, which is what so many people go through in a breakup, especially a sharp breakup like that. So, yeah, I had to dig in, and I had to go deeper to try and find some anchorage within myself. And so I would spend time in the bath, in water, just kind of just sat there trying to feel connected to something, because I'd felt so disconnected from like source or God, whatever you want. I was like, why is this happening? And I started to get connection and messages back. I was like, okay, well, this is helping me. This is definitely just helping me. And I was doing all the hypnosis. I've studied for a long time, and I was doing guided meditations, and they just weren't connecting me. And the importance I found was like, oh my gosh, I've been floating around in my life without actually genuinely feeling grounded and authentically connected to something I can rely on. I didn't trust myself. So this process made me really trust myself. And I no longer felt alone. I got incredible messages. I got incredible insight. Abilities switched on that hadn't previously switched on. And I started to work with clients in this way, and it was the same for them. It was like they would start to switch on particular abilities. They started to get incredibly sensitive, which was very interesting byproduct of this. But more importantly, they were healing very rapidly for the things they were coming to see me for by using this method rather than using the former methods that I was using.
Wow, that's incredible. I want everybody that I'm meeting, I want them to come to you.
Oh, Moni, you there? What I want to say, just while Moni's kind of going in and out of, I can just see a question there. Just how can anybody in touch with their soul? Yeah, I'd love to take you through it. I'd love to do an exercise that would take everybody through this. And maybe the next time we'll kind of schedule a live. I mean, so in and out. I'd love to take her through it.
The
I was
connection,
just saying,
I don't know. I'm
oh,
sorry. You
bless
were
you.
talking, I missed it. Yes. And the
there's
connection
a
has
question.
been crazy. And it's never happened to me with anything else. But anyway, there was John, and I think he left, but he asked, how should anyone be in touch with their soul? You have to go and see her. That's what you need to do. You need to go and you need to go and talk to Diane.
I'm definitely going to run some practices for more group experiences, either live on here on YouTube or to put a link to come and join me, because I genuinely want everybody to be able to do this, especially in a world of fakery. And the reason why this is important is because we're so surrounded and bombarded now with images and things that are fake. And what this process has done for like the business owners that I work with, the decision makers, and I spoke about that to you last time, is they're surrounded by a lot of voices, and they need to listen as well very carefully to themselves. And so if you don't know how to really trust yourself, from the 30 million bits information per second that is scanning all the information, and you have this information on tap, and if you're not listening to it and you're listening to Joe blogs across the room because of how many PhDs he's got, but you can't listen to your own intuition, you're going to lose out. So this really does re-plug you in to a whole other level of data, so that you can listen to them and listen to yourself, listen to a wisdom voice inside, and you can make your own, conscious mind decision with everything, but at least you're not floating wild. But the big way to do this is through a portal of communication. My favorite is through the heart, but it doesn't have to be through the heart. I've connected with people through their foot, through their, throat as well, through a pain, wherever a pain is, because any signal is this interface of connection, and from there it's still a plug-in. It's like plugging into Mother Tree and Avatar, like they get their tail and it's
Yeah,
like
I love that.
it doesn't matter which branch you're using, you're still plugging into the connection, so we can still go in. But the heart, as an amazing electromagnetic device and portal that it is, it's an incredible place to go in. And when I say go in, that is energetically, metaphorically, with the mind. And we're doing this with our eyes open too, Moni. I know I'm talking right at you. I'm talking so fast. I'm so scared you're going to drop off the connection.
I know. So far, so good. Yeah, it's been incredible. But so you do it also with the eyes open.
Eyes open is great because I mean sometimes clients will close to focus, but we're not going into a more traditional somnambulistic deep trance. A hypnotist, that's like where we're wanting to get people to a trance where they just feel like they're so beautifully deeply out of the way, and then their conscious mind is somewhere like out the back, and the unconscious mind's right at the top. You don't That's great for a different approach, and I've used that many times and loved that approach. But you know what, Moni, you know what that feels like to me often is that I'm some kind of magician, and they're being they're at my disposal, really. Like whatever I choose to do, it's down to me. I'd rather hand it over to a human and say, you have this incredible ability, I'm going to show you how, so I can empower you. I want people to feel empowered, connected, strong, to be able to make their decisions. And if I'm making the decisions for the client, again, subtly, that's disempowering them in some way. So I'm preferring this as an approach for me now, because it feels like it's intuitively arrived in my life, and I've developed it and developed the questions over time, and it feels good. It feels right for people.
It sounds incredible. It sounds amazing, and it's going to help so many people, And now I have to go, but
I've really
it
enjoyed it,
was
Moni.
it was good. No, it was good. I just had like 5 disconnections, and I've never heard that before. And but we can try it again and see, if we can, maybe we do. You tell me. I mean, we can keep talking like this, even we check how it is maybe next week. And you need to tell
Yeah.
people. I need to tell, because I told some people from another platform to come here, but they didn't come. And it takes time, and it takes repetition, and it takes then things move, and then more people come in. But overall, I think it was good, and we could try it. What did I tell you? Tomorrow on we could
Yeah,
try
we
it
can do some more.
on on the other platform, on TikTok. And it's a little bit different. TikTok has more things going on, and people send you stuff, so it's a little bit more distracting.
Oh, it looks like oh, Moni.
That was it. That was the last time. That was the last time. But anyway,
Oh,
so
Moni,
yeah,
you've
so
got the patience.
let's talk on the other one. Overall, we did it. I mean, I managed to hear you, you managed to hear me. We went.
Yeah, we did it. We worked it out.
Yeah, we did it. So it's that's the trick, to try to test, and then we can always.
Do you know what I'd love to do? I'd love to do a live with you, like taking either you through it or invite somebody on to talk and take them through this. Like, I want to just like take people through this process. The problem is if they're like not able to talk back to me, I can't guide them. So is there a way, on TikTok or Instagram, to invite even a third person on to go, okay,
Absolutely. TikTok is very good at that. And we just have to say at the beginning, you have to be comfortable. There are certain things that you cannot say. Like there are certain words like trauma. I mean, there's a list of words. If you want, I'll send it to you, that you're not supposed to say. Like tea,
okay.
I say tea instead of trauma. And many other words, so that you have to be careful with that. Otherwise, you get shadow banned. And same thing for the people who are talking. They cannot say certain things. But I can direct people, and we can test it, because that would be amazing. And we can invite more than we can test different things. There are different layouts. The only thing with TikTok is that I tell you, sometimes people come in and they send you gifts and things are flying, and I can even and you cannot stop it. So it adds to the thing, and that's how you get more people in the room. You want people to give you things so that more people come in and more people listen to you. But I mean, right now I don't have many people because I changed the time. But I have people that come in and out and they listen, and they've been following me for months. So
Okay.
we could try tomorrow on TikTok. Do you go on TikTok? Do you know how to do that?
No, I've got it, but I don't use it. I just don't do social media that much, but I should. You're inspiring me. This is really good for me to get
Okay.
back on social media
Yeah,
because you're
absolutely.
really, really good at it and you're really disciplined at it.
I
And so
know. That's what
I'm
I
like,
do.
no, I love it. I'm picking up on that. I'm picking up your lead on that. So no, definitely, it's great. Um, yeah, but I'd love to. Oh, it looks like you're dropping out again. Ah. Oh, Moni.
I thought that was the
Oh,
last
the
time, but it
rest.
wasn't the last time. So, oh gosh. So, well, do you have an account? You have an account on TikTok?
Yeah, I've got an account. We'll sort it and we can have a chat and
Okay, because
but I want to help you too, like
no,
we want to
don't
talk
worry.
about
You
your stuff.
help me because it's moving things like this. It moves. It moves the account. It moves the everything. And I never did a live on YouTube, so this is also very good. It's I'm learning also, so don't
Okay.
worry. Don't worry. So
But there might be a way to integrate it anyway. Like, so let's say like you have your clients that work with you. It might be a way to like I but hop in and do a session with them or something, or help
yeah,
you
yeah,
out,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever,
I mean,
whatever.
my goal is right now. I want people, because to get to me, people have to do your work. You
Yeah,
understand?
okay.
Kind of
Yeah, yeah,
like I
yeah.
am more like
Yes.
motivational. After they did the work and after they did that, then you can keep
Got
it
it.
up and do the thing. So maybe we can work together on that, in the
Yeah.
sense that I
Yeah.
keep the motivation up. I set goals, but they have to do the work with you
Yeah.
before. I don't do
Yeah. The
that.
deeper stuff. Oh, well,
I
that sounds like
mean,
a plan. That sounds good.
so that's how it could work also. So so let's try tomorrow at 3:30, same time for me. You can do it even earlier, because I will be live. I go live every day now at what is it, 7:22 at your time? It's 2:22 my time. So
Okay.
from that time on, you can stop by. Now, to go live with me, you need to go live. So I need to tell you what to do. So you're gonna come to my live, and you're gonna ask me questions like on the text, because
Okay.
there are two ways of going live on TikTok. One is as a guest. So it's like I'm the main person and then you come up, but you don't necessarily have to be live. Okay. If you want to go live with me like this, co-host, it's called, then you have to be live. So we're gonna test both
Oh,
things.
I see. I
You
get you.
understand?
Okay.
We're
Got
gonna
it.
we're gonna
Yeah.
test both ways and see which one works better. Because when we co-host like this, we cannot bring anybody up.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So you actually don't have to go live. I think we're gonna test the guest
Yeah.
section where you have different. I can change the layout, and then you can come up and talk, and then we say, oh, if you would like to ask questions, if you like to do the session or whatever, you can come up. And of course,
I'd love that.
it's gonna be, we'll see, because some people don't like to talk, but some people like to talk. They just have to know what to say, what not to say, and I'll repeat it, and I'll send you the words. There's a list. I'll send it to you tonight, a list of some are quite obvious.
YouTube, what are you doing to us? Throwing Moni off. YouTube.
last time. This was
What
the
is
very
going
last time.
on?
That's it. That's it.
What's
I have
going
no
on?
idea. It never happens to me in any other platform. But anyway, so tomorrow TikTok. This was, amazing, and we
Perfect.
can do again next week on YouTube. Try again and see how it goes. But now we know that I
Yeah,
have to
love
use
it.
the ear things, and
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I
yeah.
thought you had them in, you see, already. I thought
No,
those
that
were
was
like,
just for look. It just keeps my hair, fine
okay.
for the phone.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah, whatever works, isn't it? But
I do so many things that sometimes I forget, and I'm like, you know what? Forget it. Just keep it them.
just
It's like, so, but it was nice to do this, and I'm gonna see if I can save it and cut it and something. I don't know what you're going to
Oh,
see, and we're
awesome!
gonna
Yeah.
cut everything or cut everything. I don't know. We'll see
Oh,
how
cool.
it looks. Because there were some good sections there, and let's see. Let's see how
It's
we
great.
can grow.
It's really good practice,
Yes,
and it's all really good, and it's clunky at the beginning because I'm like, I don't know any of this stuff. You are way more proficient at this than I am, right? So I'll take your lead on it. It's also forcing me to get back on social media
I
because
know.
this is like it's a real muscle, isn't it? So I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to try and hop on about 7:30. Give you
Half
some.
seven, yes.
She's
Yes, yes,
half
yes.
two your time.
That's good. That's
Great,
good. That's good.
good
And
stuff.
then we see how it goes there. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
fantastic.
Let's test. Let's
Loads of
test.
love.
Let's test them all. I also want to go live again
Yeah.
on Instagram. So let's test them all, and then we
Oh
choose
yeah.
the one that works the best. And then we see.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Loads of
Okay.
love, Moni.
Okay.
Brilliant
Mwah.
stuff.
Ciao. Good
Mwah.
night.
See you later. Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao.
Bye.
Bella.